House of Witchcraft. You thought it was going to be Miss Taren, but no, 'tis I, Dana. Tonight, we'll be brewing some magic. Why don't you come on in and join us?
Hello, House of Witchcraft, folks! And to all of you visiting, thank you so much for stopping by. We are on Wednesdays when we are doing magical herbs on fire, which means we're making loose herbal incense for magical, mystical purposes. And this is something that I think a lot of witches don't really quite understand how really important it is to work your space, work your energy, and that using herbs to help you change your energy, this is Mother Nature's tools. Use them. All right, witches. And of course, I want to do a little quick shout out to Iris, because I want Iris, as you can see right here, I want this irises, and we are hoping and praying and protected, growing, and healthy. So, I know y'all are like, what's she talking? But I'm talking just enough so you understand that the message is for Iris, one of our witches who is hoping, and we're not allowed to say things out loud, so I'm not gonna. So with that said, today we are working, I think one of the, we need this right now. In fact, we need to burn this one every day. Uplifting and recharging. You're just coming out of the season of the dead. You're getting ready to go into the season of the light. Or for the mundane, Christmas madness. All right? We are between these two seasons of really major energies that happen side by side. It is no wonder that sometimes your brain feels a little noodled. You're like, oh my God, my brain fell on the floor. Why? You just came out of the season of the dead. You're going into the season of the light. We have the virus going on. We have so much stress. Ah! What do? You stop and change your energies, folks. You'll hear me. I say it all the time. You can't find happiness. You have to create it. This is a good way to start with it. All right? You know your energies are down. You know the blah. Go spruce up that altar. All right? Start reconnecting with divinity, with spirit realms, the land you stand on, but most importantly, reconnect with yourself. All right? So, you know we're doing a mystical, magical working. That means we got to make sure that our area is right. Okay? I know my intention. I have very clear focus. I'm doing an uplift and recharging herbal incense blend. All right? When I light this up, everybody's going to be all happy. Everybody's spirit's going to raise up. That's the intention in my headspace. That's my visualization. I visualize burning this and everything just being, that sense of empowering peace, uplift, recharge. This is going to make me feel better when I come in my space. And I'm going to talk to spirit realm folk about it, this is to uplift this space, help make this space, more positive energy. Lean into your spirit folk and lean into your deities. If you are working with a particular entity, put this on the altar, asking your patron, asking whatever god or goddess you're working with, our patron goddess, this is an offering to uplift and recharge me. Can you please help with this endeavor? All right? And I first want to say I'm using what I consider to be one of the most underrated herbs, that is the most amazing herb. And I want all of you witches to go down the rabbit hole of meadowsweet. It is often called the elixir of life. It has both physical and magical properties. Let me pull her out. Here she is. Meadowsweet. It is a beautiful, beautiful herb. Ooh, y'all see my candle? I didn't light a candle up. I think this is I gotta stop. I'm getting ahead of myself. I just talked about spirit realms. I just talked about divinity, and then I just turned my head away. It happens. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna stop. Back again to, I'm grateful. This is from a place of gratitude. And that's my energies. And may divinity assist and aid me in this working. And I'm gonna light my candle. Let me light my little candle here. And like I was saying, you don't have to light a candle. You can put your little glass of water up for spirit realm. You can put a couple of crystals around your workstation. Play some music. Whatever you need to do to connect to your mystical, magical self. Because that's the witch that we need for this. We need that mystical, magical self to make this recipe. All right. You know, I have a nice good mixing bowl. You want a nice good heavy metal bowl, works best. Okay, now we're back to ingredients to put into our uplift and recharge. Always make sure your intention is right up in the forefront and that you're very focused on it. And you may say it, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 times during your working, but you can never say it too much because it's about putting that energy into it. This is about uplifting and recharging me. Like I was saying, I'm going to start with meadowsweet, okay? Because this is just one of those great witches' herbs, okay? Also, yarrow and rosemary are good witches' herbs. But meadowsweet, there is a piece to that. You just gotta, all right, you know, make sure now you're using good fresh quality herbs. If it's dusty and there ain't no smell to it, time to throw it in the bonfire. All right, typically I use about a teaspoon to a half a teaspoon of each. I'm doing up a good teaspoon of this meadowsweet. Like I said, this is one worth going down the rabbit hole on. It has got physical, it's a good healthy herb that you can use for teas, and it is a good magical herb. So please, please go down the rabbit hole of meadowsweet. Okay, the next one up on this one, let's see, where did sandalwood. Let me pull my sandalwood back out here. Where did I put, there she is. Sandalwood. It's a nice little red wood. And with this one now, I do what I call my teaspoon light. I want some good sandalwood. All right. And you can use sandalwood like what I have, where it's little pieces of wood, or you can, they have the sandalwood powder. You can use that as well. We're going to leave these ingredients right here. And white willow bark. It is an herb of healing. And this is another one. White willow bark is used medicinally for so many good things. It is one of those good nutrient type herbs. Well, it's actually a bark. So now I've got to find white willow bark. It's in the W's. Sometimes it's hard to get a hold of this. When you are able to, buy it up, witches. Now with the willow bark, I want a good heaping. Y'all see what I'm doing. Good heaping teaspoon of willow bark up in there. And you know, willow is one of the goddesses' trees. Yeah, you start thinking about these different properties of these herbs and you're like, ooh, this is starting to sound good. All right. And of course, now the last thing I want to put in here is High John incense. And my High John is right here. And a High John incense is a higher herb, meaning it's an herb of divinity. This is been used in temples for gods, goddesses, for God. For thousands of years, High John root is a staple among Southern Conjuring. We love our High John roots. Very protective. All right, and so I want that same energy. This is my incense. When I would recharge and uplift, I want to make sure my connection to divinity is strong. So I am purposely using an herb or incense to divinity. Excuse me. And if you have it like what I have, I used a light teaspoon on this one. When it's in its powdered form, it is concentrated. You don't need a lot of it. All right. Next thing we want to do is give it a good stir, because I want to make sure my energies are right. I want to stir it up. See how it smells. See how it feels. All right. This is energies. You hear me talking about grandma stirs on that pot and she's like, oh, it needs a little of this. No, it's just right. That's what you're looking for. All right. And so you want to give a good stir up on it. And, you know, actually I want to put, I'm feeling like my energies are slightly off and I want to really get back on my meadowsweet. And so I'm going to put just a little bit more meadowsweet in here. Let's see. Y'all, about a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon light or whatever it feels. Part of herbal incense recipes are relying on how it makes you feel, your intuition. How do you like it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying right there. That's what it needs. It just needs that little more of meadowsweet to it, so that I got that sense of uplift. Let's give it a good stir. See what we got now. Oh yeah, it's there, witches. I can smell it. All right, you know me. I like to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I like to swirl it 9 times to magically activate it and completely blend all of my different energies together. Not all witches do it. Some witches have different numbers. All right, some just like to stir, stir, stir. It's about finding your methodology, the way that works for you. Now, I say it in every video, make sure you have a fire-safe container for burning your loose incense. I use a shell that has 7, 8 pieces of tinfoil folded, and then a quick light charcoal. I really like this one. I've been using it for years. I also, when I've got my herbal incense all blended up, I put it in my pretty little bowl so I can sit it on my altar, or I can sit wherever. I sit in my space. I sit these all different places. Ooh, I made a mess. It's okay. Sometimes we gotta give a little bit to the spirits in the corners. They needed to be uplifted too and recharged. All right, let me move that out of the way. Set up my area here for y'all. Now, you know, we're going to light our charcoal. And my phone's going to go off like it does every video. It's on time. This, I was told, is a fancy salt bowl and a fancy salt spoon. I was at a little boutique shop in Savannah and I saw it and I was like, oh, this is perfect. You know, I do have, let me show you this other little one I have. One of our beautiful cottage witches, Anya, can y'all see that? Gave me the prettiest little spoon. And I like using that one too, where I'll sit that. But this is all you need after you light your charcoal. Y'all sit. Ain't nothing much of nothing. All right. I'll put that one out. And I will sit here, burn it. And this is uplift. Recharge. It's about changing the vibrations around me. So when I walk in the room, I'm just like, oh yes, I feel better. And right now, we need this incense. All right. Don't be afraid to put it on your altar or even in your kitchen, in which I do. I will burn herbs in my kitchen. I burn them in my bathroom. This is a great thing to burn while you're taking a shower or a bath. Make sure, of course, you're in a well-ventilated area, which is, you don't want to take a trip off the farm without leaving, because it ain't the right trip. You will not like how you feel with this. But burn a little bit while you're taking your bath and let that scent wafer through. Let those energies come in, you know. And I'm going to go over it again. Okay, white willow bark, of course, sandalwood, elixir of life, meadow sweet, and our high root, our holy root, high John incense, to help reconnect to spirit realm, divinity as we know it. And of course, don't be afraid to tweak these recipes. This is just a good base recipe. I'm going to light it up here at the cottage because I just finished sort of doing some straightening on the altar, and I realized that it was a little oppressive feeling. So I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a good uplift recharge blend. I'm going to burn it down here in the cottage. And that way, because the witches are going to be coming up here later, they can walk into this space and feel it, and they're all ready to go. And that's what it's about, witches. I hope this helps you. You're inspired. Of course, tell me what your experiences are with magical herbal incenses and shifting energies, using them as a tool in your workings and things like that. I want to hear. And of course, if you're new and this is the first time you've ever seen me, hi, I'm Taren. Welcome home. We're so happy to see you. Hit the subscribe button. I upload videos 3 times a week, and every Wednesday I do a new magical, mystical, herbal incense to help aid you in all of your endeavors. Okay, witches, I hope you're having as bright of a blessed day as I am. Thank y'all so much for joining in, for supporting, for all of it. I am just so amazed, happy with the world, the community that we're building right here. If you're wanting to know more about it, hit that membership button. We've got all sorts of amazing things we're getting ready to roll out. Okay, witches, y'all have as bright of a blessed day as I'm having. And you know, it never changes. It's always the same. Amen. Blessed be. Ashe. And a bubbo.